Welcome to Muffed. What a year. This is the Rams 2025 season in review. Muffed! 46 touchdown passes, 8 interceptions. Matthew Stafford led the NFL in scoring throws at 37 years old. Here's how the Rams built the second best passing attack in football, what Puka Nacua became when defenses sold out to stop him, and the one defensive number that explains why this season ended in Seattle, 12-5, number 5 seed in the NFC. A wild card win in Carolina, an overtime survival in Chicago, then a 4-point loss at Seattle in the conference championship, one game from the Super Bowl, and the data says they were closer than that scoreline looks. The Rams finished plus 152.9 in offensive expected points added, a measure of how much each snap improved their chances of scoring, ranking second in the league, 97th percentile. The defense was minus 65 in expected points added allowed, which on the defensive side is the good direction, 9th in football, 75th percentile, top 10 on both sides, and steady. Across 17 regular season games, the Rams scored 30 or more 8 times, but they also won ugly 14-9 over Houston in Week 1, 17-3 at Baltimore in Week 6. The losses were almost all by a field goal, 3 points to the Niners in overtime in Week 5, 3 points to Carolina in Week 13, 1 point at Seattle in overtime in Week 16, 3 points at Atlanta in Week 17. This wasn't a boom or bust team. This was a team that lived on the margins and usually won them. Now let's talk about the passing offense, because this is where the season lived. Stafford finished with 4,707 passing yards, 46 touchdowns, and just 8 interceptions across 17 games. 46 leads the league. His adjusted net yards per attempt was 8.25, second among qualified starters. The team's passing expected points added was plus 137.9 on 621 attempts, plus 0.22 per dropback, second in the league, 97th percentile. The protection was elite, 23 sacks allowed on 624 dropbacks, a 3.7% sack rate, 97th percentile. Stafford had time, and he used it. Puka Nacua was the engine, 129 catches, 1,715 yards, 10 touchdowns on a 30% target share, steady floor, high ceiling. The signature throw came in Week 18 against Arizona, 2nd and 10, Stafford steps up, finds Nacua deep left for a 28-yard touchdown that iced the Cardinals before halftime. That's what this passing offense did all year. When they needed a play, they got one. Now let's dig into the rushing offense, where the picture gets more honest. The Rams ran for 2,152 yards on 465 carries, 4.6 yards per attempt, 7th in the league, 81st percentile. Volume there, efficiency solid, but the rushing expected points added was minus 4 on the season, neutral, 11th in football. The ground game was a compliment, not a weapon. Steady floor, low ceiling. Kyren Williams carried it 259 times for 1,252 yards and 10 touchdowns, tied for 9th in rushing scores. And here's the thing, Williams was the closer. 3 of his 10 touchdowns came on 4th and 1 from inside the 1-yard line. The Rams went for it on 29 of 108 competitive 4th downs, 26.9%, 4th in the league, 91st percentile in aggressiveness. They trusted the run game to finish drives, even when the per-play numbers said it was average. 68.5% of red zone trips ended in touchdowns, 6th in football, not elite, reliable when it mattered. Next up, the pass defense. The Rams generated 47 sacks, 9th in the league, 75th percentile, and forced 26 takeaways, 16 interceptions, and 10 fumble recoveries, 6th in football, 84th percentile. Disruptive front, opportunistic secondary. The signature play came in Week 11 against Seattle. 3rd and 8, Darnold throws short left for Shaheed, and Josh Wallace jumped the route, picked it, and took it 56 yards to the Seattle one. In a 2-point game, that swing was worth more than 8 expected points. That's what this pass defense did at its best. It created the play that decided close games, and close games were the entire season. Total defensive expected points added allowed was minus 65, 9th in football, 75th percentile. Solid, not dominant. But they showed up when the game was on the line. In the run defense, the Rams allowed 1,892 rushing yards across 17 games, just over 111 yards per game, and only 8 rushing touchdowns all year. 8. That's the number that tells you this front held up at the goal line. A steady floor, no game where they got gashed, no stretch where the front fell apart. It was the quiet structure underneath everything else, and it gave the pass rush room to tee off. When you allow 8 rushing scores in 17 games, you've earned the right to play your scheme. Muffed! Season MVP is Matthew Stafford, and it isn't close. 46 touchdown passes to lead the league, just 8 interceptions, 4,707 yards, and an adjusted net yards per attempt of 8.25 that ranks second among all qualified starters. At 37, he was the best version of himself. The one thing to clean up, the kicking game. 22 of 28 on field goals is 78.6%, 26 in the league, 22nd percentile. In a season where 4 of the 5 losses came by 3 points or fewer, every missed kick was a win left on the field. That's your Rams. Every game by the numbers. This is Muffed. We do the same deep dive for all 32 teams. Follow the Rams show wherever you're listening so the next episode lands automatically. No theater, just the football. And if you play fantasy, there's a Muffed show built around your exact roster, free at muffed.ai.